Good evening. Good evening. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. My name is Sean McCabe, and I'm the principal of the high school. I would like to welcome all of you to our annual Academic Awards ceremony. Tonight is an opportunity to celebrate, as a community, the academic accomplishments of hundreds of our students. The accomplishments we celebrate tonight are the results of the hard work and dedication that our students demonstrate on a daily basis. It is also a result of the hard work and dedication of our teachers, our staff, and our students' parents and families. So I would like to thank all of you for the support that you provide all of our students. At this time, please join me in welcoming the presidents of our student government, Meghan Laubacher and Stella Shortino, who will recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Meghan and Stella. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Viavatni, Mr. V, and the members of our high school saxophone quartet and the jazz combo for the musical prelude to tonight's ceremony. Well done, as always. I would also like to thank the members of our National Honor Society and Business Honor Society for serving as ushers this evening. So thank you for that help and assistance. I'd also like to remind everyone, if you didn't have an opportunity to see this evening, in the main entrance by the waterfall, we have a wonderful display of photography from our digital photography students. So really, if you have an opportunity, take a minute to take a look at that. It's really humbling and amazing, the talent that our students do have. So at this time, though, I would like to invite the President of the Board of Education, Mr. Gary Bracken, to the podium for the welcoming address. Mr. Bracken.
Well, good evening. Thank you, Mr. McCabe, for this opportunity to speak to this amazing group of Spencerport's finest. On behalf of the Board of Education and me personally, Congratulations on your achievements that you're being recognized for tonight. But before I say anything else to the students, I want to address your parents, family, friends, and the staff of our Spencerport schools, all here to join you in this celebration. To all of you, thank you for your support of these young men and women. Thank you for the sacrifices that you have made to help them reach their full potential, like the long hours at the kitchen table helping with homework, or the after-school hours in the classroom when they came looking for more assistance. And perhaps more important, thank you for your positive encouragement of their work and effort. It is extremely important to have that known support and involvement. I would like to ask our students to please join me in a round of applause for all of you. Thank you. An event like this gives you a chance to take a moment and reflect on what you were able to achieve with your hard work. I hope you're sitting here tonight with some good feelings about what you accomplished this year. And for our seniors, the class of 2019, what you have accomplished during your time in our schools. But there's more to come on that in the coming weeks. But for now, enjoy the run-up to your graduation, including your senior ball this weekend. For the class of 2022, our freshmen, you've begun on a high note, and I hope this leads to many more in the next 3 years, so please keep up the good work. For the classes of 2021 and 2021, or 2020 and 2021, I'm going to sound like your parents here just a little bit. Do not let up. Keep developing good habits like time management and working hard. Those got you here tonight, and they will carry you forward into your junior years and lay the groundwork for your future after high school. This recognition of your achievement here tonight is not an end state. It is a moment in your journey, a chance to take a breath, receive some well-deserved hugs, high fives, and fist bumps, maybe even brag about it on your stories or Snapchats or whatever it is y'all do, and maybe even go ahead and pat yourself on the back for the good work that you have done. Enjoy the moment. Thank you for being such positive role models in our school and community, and we look forward to your next great achievements. Thank you all. Go Rangers.
Thank you, Mr. Bracken. We're extremely fortunate in Spencerport to have a Board of Education and a community that so fully and enthusiastically supports our schools. On behalf of the high school staff and faculty, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Bracken and all of our board members for their contributions to our school community, and again to all of you, the community, for all that you do to support our schools and students. So before we begin calling students up to the stage, I'd like to review a few procedures with students, so pay attention carefully. I would ask that each student, when their name is called, proceed to the ramp on my left, your right, and walk across the stage so that you can be recognized. The majority of the actual certificates and awards that go along with being recognized will be handed out at the end of the ceremony. So at the end of this ceremony, we're going to ask students who received an award to proceed to the West Cafeteria. Students will then be able to pick up a personalized envelope with their certificates and other awards. If you do need to leave early tonight, no worries. You can pick up your awards or certificates in Mrs. Silsby's office on the second floor tomorrow. It is now my pleasure to be able to invite Mrs. Garofalo to the podium to begin the recognition of our local scholarship winners.
Good evening. I'm so honored to be here to present the local scholarships and so excited that we have so many donors and organizations that sponsor the scholarships here tonight. So at this time, I'd like to welcome to the podium Mrs. Lori Ritzel, who will be presenting the Helen C. Moore Scholarship.
The 2019 Helen C. Moore Scholarship Award is presented in recognition of her outstanding academic achievements, community service, character, leadership, and motivation. The 2019 Spencerport Area Chamber of Commerce Helen Seymour Scholarship is hereby awarded to Elizabeth A. Ferrari.
At this time, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Suzanne DeSico and Miss Stacy Leonardo, who will be introducing the Lisa Miller Cutton Memorial Scholarships.
The Lisa Miller Cutton Scholarships were created and donated by her loving family to celebrate Lisa Cutton's life and her 30 years of teaching at William C. Munn Elementary School. Mrs. Cutton began teaching, at Munn as a student teacher in 1987. Mrs. Cutton passed away suddenly in December of 2017 and left an amazing legacy at the Munn School. Her passion for teaching and learning made her a truly dedicated educator. During Mrs. Cutton's 30 years in education, she taught 3rd grade, 4th grade, and was our beloved math specialist for 16 years. Mrs. Cutton touched countless students throughout her years at Munn. They always knew that she was a listening ear who truly cared about each and every one of them. Students often sought her out throughout the day for homework help, counsel, and just to share their life stories. Mrs. Cutton was also an outstanding advocate for our teachers. She was a Spencerport Teachers Association building rep. She served on the negotiations team and was the first vice president of the Spencerport Teachers Union. She also gave back to the community by chairing and organizing the district's breast cancer walk, the community book and coat drive, as well as the Spencerport Teachers Association scholarship drive. This $1,000 scholarship is awarded based on academic achievement, community and extracurricular involvement, financial need, and preparation for their major. The person chosen for this award is shown kindness, determination, great effort to be successful in school, and is a former Munn student.
We actually have 2 winners this year, and on behalf of Lisa's family, who's here tonight, we'd like to award these scholarships to Sydney Brongo and Zachary Edwards.
At this time, please welcome the Bennett family to the podium. They will be presenting the Mackenzie Bennett Memorial Scholarship.
Good evening. My name is Matthew Bennett, and this is my wife, Lindsay Bennett, and we are here to present the Mackenzie Bennett Memorial Scholarship. The Mackenzie Bennett Memorial Scholarship was started in memory of our daughter, Mackenzie, who passed away from a pediatric brain cancer known as diffused intrinsic pontine glioma, otherwise known as DIPG, at age 6. Mackenzie was a compassionate soul, known for her selflessness. All she ever wanted out of life was to make those around her happy, especially those who were less fortunate than she was. She loved to teach younger children new things and found joy in watching their enthusiasm. Her empathy and compassion for others was prominent, even when her health drastically declined. She was extremely bright and loved Taylor Elementary School, as well as her teachers. This scholarship requires a high grade point average. However, the criteria focuses more on the inner beauty of the applicant rather than the academic achievements. The essay questions were based on selfless acts of kindness, compassion, and empathy, and how that correlates with a career in public service. We wanted to honor Mackenzie by choosing a recipient that best represents all of the qualities that made Mackenzie so special to us, and also someone who represented the kind of individual we always imagined Mackenzie would grow up to be. After reading through all the essays, we knew right away who the recipient would be. Aside from having exceptional grades and being a member of national and Hispanic honor societies, this student volunteers at a food bank as well as her church, and also provides gifts to less fortunate families during the holidays. And she acts as a role model for younger children as an assistant dance teacher. It was evident that the writing in her essay came from her heart. She wrote in a humble tone, noting her desire to pursue the medical field as a way to help those who need it the most. And she recognized her family values that helped mold that decision. So without further ado, could you please give a big round of applause for the recipient of the 2019 Mackenzie Bennett Memorial Scholarship, Natalie Straub.
At this time, please welcome to the podium Mr. Roger Ressman, who will be presenting the Peter Scott Mueller Scholarship, as well as the Spencerport Rotary Memorial Scholarship.
Good evening. I'd like to take just a minute to share what the two scholarships mean. I've been a Rotarian for 42 years, and I don't know whether to brag about the fact that I'm the sole surviving charter member or not. However, we have two scholarships here this evening. One is a memorial scholarship that was started about 10 years after our club was formed. We had 4 individuals who passed away, and at that time, we told the names of them as the Memorial Scholarship. But now, after 42 years, you'd be here for about 20 minutes as we went through all the people that we have lost. So we just have called it the Spencerport Rotary Memorial Scholarship. The other one, the Peter Scott Mueller Scholarship, has a kind of a nasty way of being a scholarship, in as much as the young man, Peter Scott Mueller, was coming home one evening from a date, and a car went out of control on his front lawn, and his life was taken. His father, Ed Mueller, was a member of our Rotary Club and decided he wanted to do something, and so he invested in a scholarship that's in perpetuity and will be around for many, many years after most of us are gone too. I'd like to present both of these scholarships at this time, and I'm going to call the first one up now. The Spencerport Rotary Memorial Scholarship is presented to a student who will be pursuing further study in the field of sports medicine or a related medical field. This year's recipient is Meghan Zaharkin. Our second one, the Peter Scott Mueller Scholarship, is presented to a student of outstanding character who displays good citizenship and fellowship and will be pursuing their education beyond high school. This year's recipient is David Stewart. I'm assuming that's Dave. Okay. Thank you.
Please welcome to the podium Mr. Mike Labini and Mr. Brian Kerway, who will be presenting the Spencerport Volunteer Firemen's Exempt Scholarships.
Thank you. Out front, Mr. Milgate asked us to keep this quick, so it'll be about 30 minutes. Real quickly, just to give you a brief history, if you haven't heard of the Exempts Club, I would call the social arm or the supportive arm of the Spencerport Fire Department. We have about 200 members made up of active and inactive firefighters from Spencerport and other neighboring departments. And several years ago, we came up with this idea for this scholarship to give back to the community and to a couple of students. It's funded by a chicken barbecue that we do at Canal Days. Some of you may have been there before. And we felt it was important to help some students along a little bit as they begin. So it's awarded to 2 seniors who intend to pursue a career in public safety. This could include law enforcement, EMS, or fire protection. This year's recipients are Joey Culkin and Kalia Young.
Please welcome to the stage Mr. Steve Burrick, who will be presenting the Tanya Burrick Dubinsky Memorial Scholarship.
Thank you, Mrs. Garofalo. Good evening. My name is Stephen Burrick. I graduated from Spencerport in 2007, following in the footsteps of my sister Tanya. She graduated in 2001 and put a smile on the face of everyone that ever interacted with her. Her bright and bubbly attitude would always turn around your day, no matter what had followed it. She attended Baldwin Wallace University outside of Cleveland after Spencerport to earn her Bachelor of Music Education degree. After getting married, she moved to New York City and was a music teacher at Park Avenue Elementary School on Long Island. While there, she earned a Master of Music Education degree from Hofstra University and continued to spread her joy and inspire young kids. Spencerport's music department started her on that journey, and walking past the trophies and plaques that are littered throughout the music halls, I'm glad to see that passion that still drives both teachers and students throughout the school district. After Tanya passed away from brain cancer in February 2015, my parents started a scholarship fund to honor her and continue her bright, smiling, positive journey. The scholarship is intended for a student who will be continuing their education in a post-secondary field, including music education, music performance, music therapy, or another form of music study. While choosing the individual, the Spencerport Music Department should remember that Tanya's personality, positive attitude, and passion provided a radiance and shining light to all she encountered, and should use that as additional weight in the candidate score. I'm proud to represent not only my parents, but also my sister tonight to present the Tanya Burek Dubinsky Memorial Scholarship to Lindsay Coffey.
The Arthur and Catherine McMillan Kincaid Scholarship is awarded to a graduating senior who has attended Spencerport schools throughout his or her entire academic career. This year's recipient, Mackenzie Quokka. The Dr. Richard L. Buchter Scholarship is in memory of Dr. Buchter, who served the Spencerport School District as the school physician for 41 years. It's awarded to a senior boy or girl who plans to continue his or her education in the medical field. This year's recipient, Zachary Zaharkin. The Donald F. and Maxine B. Davison Foundation. These are two scholarships awarded to two seniors who plan to attend an accredited liberal arts college and have demonstrated a strong will and desire to work hard to achieve his or her goals. This year's recipients are Brianna Donnelly and Emma Kane. The Edward Probitzian Scholarship is in memory of Edward Probitzian, who was a graduate of Spencerport Schools and served as both a teacher and administrator for Spencerport for 37 years. It's awarded to a senior boy or girl who plans to continue his or her education in the teaching field. This year's recipient, Zachary Case. The John Ruping Memorial Scholarship is in honor of John Ruping, a Spencerport resident for more than 20 years who had a long engineering career at Eastman Kodak Company. John had a passion for engineering excellence that was evident in his work and his hobbies. This is awarded to 4 students entering college to study engineering. This year's recipients are Nicole Dates, Ian Gillis, Lucas Krolchak, and Hyen Nguyen. The next scholarship is sponsored by the Kiwanis Club of Spencerport. It's the Bruce Clements Memorial Kiwanis Scholarship. This award is based on scholarship, financial need, and service to others, community, church, or school. This year's recipient, Natalie Choate. The Norma Fracci Scholarship is in honor of Norma Fracci for her many years of dedicated service to the profession of nursing and her impact on students, their families, and coworkers. It's awarded to a student interested in pursuing a degree in nursing or a medical-related field. This year's recipient, Natalie Straub. The Schultz Associate Scholarship is presented in the memory of Claire Edwin Schultz, who established a locally owned firm in 1959. This scholarship is given to a graduating senior who will be attending a college for engineering. This year's recipient, Hyen Nguyen. The Spencerport Alumni Association sponsors 2 scholarships awarded to 2 students, 1 senior boy and 1 senior girl, who are furthering their education in any field. This year's recipients, Brianna Donnelly and Zachary Edwards. The Spencerport Fire Department Ladies Auxiliary sponsors a scholarship for a student entering the field of fire science or medicine. This year's recipient, Lauren Gretzinger. The Spencerport Volunteer Firemen's Association has named a memorial scholarship for Robert Fowler, a dedicated Spencerport volunteer firefighter and a teacher with the Byron Burgeon Central Schools. This is awarded to a student who chooses to pursue a higher education in a public safety or medical field. This year's recipient, Jordan Salamone. The Spencerport Lions Club also offers 2 scholarships, 1 to a male and 1 to a female, in memory of Kenneth Barclay and the Reverend Donald Creech. The Kenneth Barclay Memorial Scholarship winner this year is Zachary Edwards, and the Reverend Donald Creech Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Kayla Heltzel. The Wilbur R. Solander Scholarship is in memory of Wilbur Solander, who was a principal of E.J. Wilson High School for over 22 years. It's awarded to a senior boy or girl who was involved in the music program at Spencerport High School for 3 or more years. This year's recipient, Riley Schmier. At this time, I would like to invite Amy Gillette and Jocelyn Pelosi to the podium.
The Alexander Milner Award is awarded to 1 student per school district in Monroe County and is designed to recognize outstanding citizenship. Qualifications for this award are service to the community, clean speech and habits, honesty, cooperation, and a strong sense of duty and patriotism. The recipient of this award is Sydney Brongo.
The American Legion Ferris Goodrich Post of Spencerport offers 3 scholarships to assist worthy students in continuing their education beyond high school. The female recipient of this award is Savannah Callisto. The male recipients of this award are Christopher Ferrari and Jason Now.
Since 1986, Clarkson University has been providing students with outstanding professional preparation in engineering, business, science, liberal arts, health sciences, and a variety of special programs. Combined with a strong sense of community, these programs contribute to a tradition of cooperation and teamwork. We sincerely believe that these 2 students possess the qualities required to continue this legacy. The Achievement Award consists of a $48,000 tuition scholarship over 4 years, should the student choose to enroll at Clarkson. It is my pleasure to present this year's Clarkson Achievement Award to Brian Strom. The Leadership Award is presented in recognition of outstanding leadership qualities and academic promise. It carries a $60,000 tuition scholarship over a 4-year academic program. I am pleased to present the Leadership Award to Jaden White. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Dustin Newman to present the Dr. Carlos Stroud Book Award.
Good evening. Dr. Carlos Stroud was a world-renowned professor of optics and physics at the University of Rochester. He started in 1969, and he retired about a month and a half ago. The Stroud Book Award is awarded annually to high school juniors who show exceptional interest and ability in the field of optics, math, or physics. Winners of the Stroud Award receive an inscribed copy of Dr. Stroud's book, priority admission to the University of Rochester's free photonics summer camp, and an invitation to join the optics faculty for lunch on campus in the fall, and a free t-shirt. So this year, the award is presented to Thomas Weaver.
The Alumni Association of Elmira College has been presenting the Elmira College Key Award since 1935 to outstanding young men and women. Each year, students from each participating high school are honored by the committee. Each recipient of the prestigious Elmira College Key Award receives an $80,000 scholarship over 4 years upon enrolling at Elmira College. Students must be a junior in the top 10% of their class and have demonstrated outstanding school and community leadership. This year's recipients are Brendan Harder and Bianca Santonastasso. The Eastman Kodak Company and the University of Rochester are pleased to sponsor the George Eastman Young Leaders Award, an international program that recognizes outstanding achievement by high school sophomores and juniors in leadership and academics. The winner of this award will be automatically considered for the Kodak Scholarship Award, which provides each student with $7,500 per year, totaling $30,000 over 4 years toward tuition at the University of Rochester. Qualifications include strong leadership skills, high grades, challenging courses, and participation in extensive extracurricular activities. This year's recipient is Bianca Santonastasso. I don't want you to go around.
Alfred University is pleased to offer the Nemori School of Engineering and Ceramics Association of New York Scholarship Recognition Award. This award is given to a high school junior who demonstrates a solid mathematical and scientific background while also excelling in English. This award is given to encourage talented students to pursue a career in science and engineering. This year's recipient is Alexander Graff.
Cayuga College is proud to present the George H. Ball Community Achievement Award for juniors. The scholarship is named after our founder, Reverend Dr. George Harvey Ball, whose vision is continued at Cayuga College by educating young students and adult learners who bring strength to our nation and to help humanity through combined classroom and experiential learning. The Ball Award rewards students based on qualities that embody the values of Cayuga College, including integrity, academic excellence, diversity, leadership, service, and social responsibility. Students receive $10,000 per year, totaling $40,000 over 4 years, should they be accepted and attend Cayuga College. This year's recipients are Sarah Brazzi, David Brescia, Elisa Everett, Tatum Foucher, and Hannah Nguyen.
Sponsored by the New York State Department of Law in cooperation with the State Attorney, Letitia James, the CCC Award program recognizes students who demonstrate their character, courage, and commitment to improving society. CCC Award winners are selected by faculty nomination. Our award winners this year are Sabine Haddad and Salvatore Sack.
The New York State Comptroller Achievement Award is given to an individual who has shown academic excellence and the potential for leadership through involvement in activities that improve the community. The recipients are students who have devoted a significant amount of time to helping out his or her school and/or community. Comptroller DiNapoli sends best wishes to the graduating class of 2019 and congratulates Lindsay Coffey as this year's recipient. The Innovation and Creativity Award program recognizes high school juniors who have distinguished themselves academically, are active, involved members of their school and community, and demonstrate outstanding achievement in innovation, creativity, and entrepreneurship. If accepted and enrolled at RIT in the fall after graduation, students will receive a scholarship valued at $8,000 per year for 4 years. Eligible students must rank in the top 10% of their junior class, be involved as leaders in their school or community, and pursue a rigorous college preparatory curriculum. This year's RIT Creativity and Innovation Award recipients are Brandon Ferrigno and Heather Matella. In recognition of the value that the St. Lawrence community places on service to others, St. Lawrence University Book Award honors high school juniors who have distinguished themselves in their communities by their significant commitment to community service. An actual book is awarded to these students along with a scholarship worth $1,000 per year for 4 years for those book award recipients who apply and are admitted to St. Lawrence University. This year's recipient is Taylor Laubacher.
The St. Michael's College Book Award honors the achievements of a top junior male and top junior female who are inductees of the National Honor Society or equivalent and have demonstrated a sustained and sincere commitment to community service. This year's recipients are David Brescia and Hannah Iavino.
The Sage Colleges is pleased to present the 2019 Student Sage Recognition nomination to 2 of Spencerport High School's outstanding juniors. The award was created to recognize the characteristics of academic excellence and community involvement that have defined Sage students for nearly a century. The recipient embodies the Sage motto of to be, to know, to do through his or her achievements and involvement, and in doing so, brings well-earned recognition to the learning community here at Spencerport High School. Confirmed nominees will receive a scholarship of at least $14,000 per year to attend the Sage Colleges. Please join me on behalf of the Sage Colleges in honoring and congratulating the 2019 Student Sage Award winners, Mercy Fink and Edward.
United Food and Commercial Workers District Union Local 1 are pleased to partner in funding and granting scholarships for students. To receive the scholarship, the following criteria are considered: grade point average, essay content, school and community activities, financial need, unusual circumstances, and timeliness. This year, we will award over 700 scholarships in high school seniors who will receive $1,000 each. Since its inception, over 19,000 scholarships were awarded, totaling nearly $18 million. This year's award scholarship winners are Haley Garino and Nathan Huber.
Please join me in welcoming Gunnery Sergeant Todd Fetzer to the stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Gunnery Sergeant Fetzer from Recruiting Station in Batavia, the representative for the Marine Corps for Spencerport High School. On behalf of the Commandant of the Marine Corps, I'm here to present the Semper Fidelis Award for Musical Excellence and also the Scholastic Excellence Award. The Marine Band has a long-standing history of musical excellence. It has been playing at the White House in formal engagement since 1801 and is referred to as the President's Own. John Philip Sousa, while director of the band in 1881, wrote the march Semper Fidelis, which means always faithful. The march was dedicated to those who inspired it, the fighting men and women of the United States Marine Corps. It is with this prestigious musical history that the U.S. Marine Corps presents such an award to students who meet the following requirements. The student must have held a first chair in the band, proven capable of performing as a soloist, and he or she is also recognized as both an outstanding musician and young citizen. It is with great pleasure that I present Brianna Donnelly with the Marine Corps Semper Fidelis Award for 2019. The Scholastic Excellence Award recognizes students who go the extra mile with their studies both in and out of the classroom. To be eligible for this award, the student must be a distinguished scholar. The student must also have shown determination and dedication throughout the school year toward achieving academic excellence. It is with great pleasure that I present Victoria Warner with the Marine Corps Scholastic Excellence Award for 2019. Before I take my seat, I would also like to recognize those classmates of yours that have made the decision to serve the country in the United States military. And I would also like to recognize anyone who has served in our armed forces. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me as I salute those heroes. Thank you. Thanks, sir.
Please join me in welcoming Mr. Kevin Smith to present the 2019 Wegman Scholarship.
Good evening, everybody. How are you? I heard a couple goods. How are you? That was a lot better. My name's Kevin Smith. I'm the supervising pharmacist at the Wegmans Lyle Avenue down the street. If you recognize me, it's more than likely because I've given you a prescription to you or your family members. If you don't recognize me, I'd love to start. That's my shameless business plug for the evening. It's truly an honor and a privilege to be here. At Wegmans, one of the core values that makes us who we are is high standards. There's no better example of this in action than our employees in pursuit of higher education. As they improve, we all improve. Since 1984, Wegmans has provided $120 million awarded to 38,500 of our employees. The Wegmans Scholarship Selection Committee evaluates work performance and selects winners in the annual scholarship competition. On behalf of Wegmans and in recognition of excellence at both work and school, I'm proud to present a 4-year, $1,500 per year Wegmans scholarship to the following scholar, Mackenzie Quokka. I feel like I should narrate.
Thank you very much.
The Wells 21st Century Leadership Award is sponsored by Wells College. The award recipients must be junior girls who demonstrate strong leadership qualities, make a contribution to the high school and community, and are currently in a college-bound program. In addition, they must also be in the top 10% of their class. These students will receive a $10,000 per year, totaling $40,000 over 4 years scholarship, should they choose to attend Wells College. This year's recipients of the Wells Leadership Award are Anna Walsh and Patricia Wark. Spencerport is proud to recognize the following students for their accomplishments as scholarship recipients. Students, as I call your name, please come to the stage and stay standing. Sean Bracken, RIT. Zach Edwards, RIT. Elizabeth Ferrari, RIT. Lillian North, SUNY Fredonia. Cora Stewart, Niagara University. These students have been awarded approximately $317,000 in scholarships from public and collegiate institutions. Congratulations. I'd like to introduce Lydia Prusik from the Art Department.
Congratulations to the amazing, talented art students, and please feel free to leave comments in the notes at the digital show out in the hallway. They'd love to hear for your comments. Please wait until you make your applause till the very last student is walking through the stage. For Studio and Art, Thomas Aman, Erica Beatty, Aleo Benko, Ella Dry DeSanto, Hannah Agabrod, Caitlin Forbister, Sydney George, Tessa Guzik, Gareth March, Elizabeth Malaya, Natalie Puthasak, Ella Silvestro, Sophia Susko, Liana Yakimov, for sculpture, Karena Waite. For ceramics, Emily Batter, Heather Matella, For digital photography, Hannah Beck, Sarah Braze, Ashley Herbert, Kathleen Stewart, Eileen Mansauer. For drawing and painting, Nina Perry, Samantha Regatta, and Stella Shortino. For advanced drawing and painting, Ariana Brasio and Kylie Malo. For graphic design, Jamie Lynn Gallagher and Megan Snar. For black and white photography 1, Jordan Swerve, Catherine Hanley, Ashley Herbert, and Kathleen Stewart. And for advanced placement, studio and art 2D graphic design, Mary Malaya and Kylie Malo again. Just stay in one place. And I'll be followed by Melissa Garofalo for business.
For accounting, Karina Rotoli. For advanced accounting, Hannah Bissonette and Elizabeth Ferrari. For business law, Lainey Stebbins. For career connections, Olivia DiLorenzo and Elizabeth Melia. For career exploration internship program, Isabella Ferranti and Stephanie Giuseppe. For co-op, cooperative work experience, Christopher Ferrari. For criminal, constitutional, and family law, Oriana Gelfuso and Delilah McLeod. For keyboarding with Microsoft Word, Kyle Keynes. For Microsoft Office for Business, Dana Gormel. For personal financial literacy, Caitlin Burtnick, Ruby DePalma, Brennan Daniels, Kaylee DiGiaco, Beste Erdogan, Zachary Laubacher, Adriana Rotoli, and David Schmidt. For principles of marketing, Lillian DePalma and Hannah Rasapalia. And for sports and entertainment marketing, Grace Azalina and Connor Mesh. We're also pretty unique in the business department that we offer 2 scholarships every year funded by our school store, the Ranger Cub House. So the first scholarship is the Spencerport High School Ranger Cub House Scholarship, and this is awarded to a senior who's worked in the store for 3 years and has served as an officer for at least 1 year, has high academic grades as well as community service. This year, the senior that is going to be winning that scholarship is Alyssa Libinati. The other scholarship that we sponsor is our Business Department Faculty Scholarship. This is also a scholarship that is devoted to a student that is going into business or a business-related field after high school, has a 5-unit sequence in business, as well as high academic standards. This year's recipient is Christopher Ferrari. And each year, our School to Career program has a School to Career Partnership Appreciation Breakfast where we awarded our 2 School to Career scholarships. So the winners of those 2 scholarships are Christopher Ferrari for co-op and Stephanie Giuseppe for CEIP. And at this time, I'd like to welcome to the podium Christina Beely, who will be presenting the English Awards.
Good evening. The following students are nominated by their teachers and recognized for their engagement, enthusiasm, and academic achievement in the area of English language arts. If you'd please hold your applause till all names have been read. Thank you. In English 1, Serena Brooks, Mark Frank, and Abra Geiger. For English 1 honors, Clarice Casey, Anna Miller, and Emily Sugar. For English 2, Brendan Gillis, Zahara Muthana, Elijah Paulman. For English 2 honors, Paul Calderon, Lillian De Palma, Zahara Gosli, and Maya Vogel. For English 3, Rachel Brasi, Brianna Chiapponi, and Anthony Winnings. For English 4, Cameron Sack, Kayla Stein, and Miles Weber. For Advanced Placement, Language and Composition, Daniel Rapoli and Stella Shortino. For Advanced Placement, Literature and Composition, Sydney Brongo and Victoria Caton. For Contemporary Eastern Studies through Literature, Bestie Erdogan and Joseph Vicarella. This next award is the Dartmouth College Book Award, and it's presented to a junior who ranks in the top 10% of the junior class, has excelled in at least one non-academic area, has demonstrated leadership qualities, has made a positive impact on the life of the school, is of a high moral character, and is a candidate for entrance to a college or university of the highest academic excellence. This year's award recipient is Hattie Kaufran. This next award, the Frederick Douglass and Susan B. Anthony Award in Humanities and Social Sciences, is awarded through the University of Rochester as a result of teacher nomination. This person receives a certificate and a medallion and a letter stating that this award was named in honor of two of Rochester's most significant pioneers of social justice. It recognized the recipient's commitment to understanding and addressing difficult social issues, and makes him or her part of a select tradition here in Rochester. This year's recipient, Brandon Farino, is eligible to be considered for the Frederick Douglass and Susan B. Anthony Scholarship, worth at least $10,000 per year for 4 years should he apply and be accepted to the University of Rochester. Congratulations, Brandon. Each year, 2 seniors, 1 male and 1 female, are recognized by their peers for demonstrating integrity. Characterizing one as having integrity is so much more than simply doing the right thing when no one else is looking, which is the definition most high school students apply to the character trait. In today's ever-changing world, having integrity is so much more. Both of this year's recipients should be proud to have earned this recognition, for they not only do what is right when no one is looking, but they make positive choices, are honest with themselves, consider how their decisions will affect others, and take action, recognizing that the little choices one makes can have a great consequence on themselves and others. This year's senior class awards Joseph Vicarella and Olivia Wall for the English Integrity Award. These last 2 award winners are recognized for their outstanding participation in the 2019 Spencerport Shakespeare Monologue Competition. Participants chose 1 monologue from a select 250 provided by contest organizers, rehearsed the context of the speech, analyzed the language for its poetic rhythm and clues to delivery, memorized it, and delivered a dramatic performance in front of a panel of judges. Bethany Ferguson performed lines from Romeo and Juliet, earning this year's 2019 Runner-Up Award. Samantha Ricotta performed Lady Macbeth from Macbeth, winning the competition and moving on to regionals. Congratulations to both. Up next to present the FACS Awards is Cynthia Connor. Thank you.
I am pleased to share with you tonight awards for excellence in family and consumer sciences. Through courses in design, human development, and culinary arts, students apply academics to authentic situations. These experiences assist in their journey from young adulthood to self-sufficiency. Please hold your applause until the end. For Child Development 1, Meadow Golden. For Child Development 2, Oriana Galfuso. Clothing and Fashion Design, Catherine Bradfield. Culture and Foods, Jordan Blake. Food and Nutrition, Rachel Brazzi. Gourmet Foods, Kalia Young. Housing and Interior Design, Liana Yakimov. And for Teen Living, Serena Brooks. Congratulations to these FACT students' achievements. I'd like to introduce Jackie Nentars.
Good evening. First, I'm going to present our health awards. The first category is Exemplary Health Students: John Christanzas, Grace Dorgan, Nick Galati, and Elizabeth Ganaud, Orion Greco. The next category in health is Academic Excellence in Health: Vadim Sviridik, Joshua Toe, Maya Vokal, Olivia Wall, and Thomas Weaver. For physical education, the following students have demonstrated outstanding achievement, sportsmanship, and enthusiasm in physical education this year. From our 9th grade class, Mara Auburn, Carter Chesbro, Joseph Conlin, Ruby Del Palma, Eliza Newhart. Our 10th graders, Ryan Choate, Matthew Frieza, Faith Hinman, Gianna Pisa, Haley Rooney, and Jacob Zimmerman. Our juniors, Sarah Braze, Alexander Graff, Brendan Harder, Marissa Vidal. And finally, our seniors, Marcus Pelosi, Olivia Wall, Victoria Warner, and Donovan West. Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Jake Leonard, who will be here to present the math awards.
Tonight, I'm honored to present the awards for excellence in mathematics to the following students: Algebra 1, Anna Miller and Larissa Wasilko. Algebra 1X, Christina Howard. Algebra 2, Anthony Chaponi. Sydney Frederico. For Algebra 2X, Zakiah Patterson and Samantha Relic. For Algebra 2 Honors, Addison Gloser and Maya Vokal. For Intermediate Algebra and Trigonometry, Aline Mansour. For Geometry, Alyssa Epping, Elena Johnson, Julia Zastarny. For Geometry X, Viceli Figueroa, Nabat Chaibi. For Geometry Accelerated, Erica Beatty, Abra Geiger, Carolyn Jean Curcio, and Jacob Lenhard. In pre-calculus, Nicholas Leary, Megan Nash. For pre-calculus honors, Lillian DePalma and Patricia Wark. For AP Calculus AB, Zachary Zaharkin. For AP Calculus BC, Olivia Wall. And for AP Statistics, Thomas Weaver. Please welcome Mrs. Ann Murphy to present the awards for the music department.
If you could please hold your applause until everybody has received their awards. Most Improved Concert Band, Adam Berta and Abriana Sensi and Carter Chesbrough. Outstanding Concert Band, Joshua Lindsay, Lucas Krolchek. For Freshman Concert Choir, Ella Padilla. Sophomore, Catherine Hanley. Junior, Brian Strom. Senior, Caitlin Nowak. Most Improved Concert Choir, Jenna Blakesley. Treble Choir, Hannah Igabrod. Most Improved Freshman Chorus, Shaylin Revenue. Outstanding Freshman Chorus, Carolyn Nagy. Most Improved Jazz Ensemble, Emily Chesbrough. Outstanding Jazz Ensemble, Cameron Domenico. For Vocal Jazz, Caitlin Nowak. Music Theory 1, Mercy Frank. Music Theory 2, Anthony Cipponi. Most Improved Percussion Ensemble, Shayla Duong and Seth Edwards. Outstanding Percussion Ensemble, Michael Capuano. Most Improved Wind Ensemble, Sarah Bonfiglio and Madeline Shaw. Outstanding Wind Ensemble, Brianna Donnelly. Okay. I'd like to introduce my colleague Holly Swick for the Science Department.
Advanced Placement Biology, Christina Riggio. Chemistry, Hannah Wynn and Anne-Marie Winings. Chemistry Accelerated, Lillian DePalma and Addison Gloser. Chemistry Accelerated 10, Michael Laubacher. Advanced Placement Chemistry, Patricia Wark. Earth Science, Dylan Kosler, Bethany Ferguson, Abra Geiger. Environmental Science, Raymond DePalma. Forensics, Marissa Daubert, Abigail Keynes, Patricia Wark. Anne Marie Winings. For SUPA Forensics, Rachel Snyder. Living Environment, Jonna Blakesley, Lillian Ikas, Orion Greco, Fidel Perez. For Honors Living Environment, Erica Beatty, Sophia Lopez. Physics, Jacob Brandt, Aaron Kuykendall. Advanced Placement Physics 1, Bronson Slattery. And 2 awards for colleges, University of Rochester, the Bausch and Lomb Honorary Award goes to Jaden Schlurf, and the Rensselaer Medal Award goes to Brandon Ferrigno. I would like to introduce Kelly Daly for Social Studies.
It is my pleasure to introduce the awards for Outstanding Achievement in Social Studies. For Current Events, Christopher Ferrari and Edward DeLuca. For Eastern Studies, Alexis Ortiz and Hai Yen Nguyen. For Economics, Angela Borrego Chase, Rachel Snyder, and Lainey Stebbins. For Global History and Geography 1, Parker Bowman, Sean Farmer, Samuel Lane, Alyssa Piccarello, Emma Taylor, and Larissa Wysilko. For Global History and Geography 2, Maggie Bracken, Anthony Chapone, Nathaniel Gifford, Christopher Hofarth, Fidel Perez, and David Schmidt. For Introduction to Psychology, Sydney Frederico and Marissa Vidal. For Introduction to Sociology, Sydney Frederico and Anna Walsh. For Participation in Government, Brett Bodensteiner, Beste Erdogan, and Natalie Straub. For Advanced Placement in Government, Zachary Edwards and Olivia Wall. For U.S. History in Government, David Brescia, Alexandria Culp, Summer Jackal, Abigail Keynes, Alyssa Osborne, Savaria Pinella, and Catherine Wall. For Advanced Placement in SUPA Psychology, Madison Brongo and Megan Laubacher. For Advanced Placement U.S. History, Heather Matella, Nina Perry, and Bianca Santanatasso and Thomas Weaver. For Pre-Advanced Placement World History, Lily Brongo, Seth Edwards, Sophia Lopez, and Sophia Sushko. For Advanced Placement World History, Lillian De Palma, Michael Laubacher, Elijah Paulman, Karina Rattoli. The Service Learning Internship Program, Lindsay Coffey and Brianna Donley. The American Legion Boys State of New York Award goes to James Frieza and Edward DeLuca, and the American Legion Girls State of New York Award goes to Savaria Pinella. I would now like to introduce Senora Thomas to present the awards for world languages.
Good evening. French 2, Seth Edwards and Julia Ryan.
French 3, Paul Calderon and Ella Genovese and Adriana Vitali. French 4, Brendan Harder. French 5, Olivia Wall. Italian 1, Carlos Consigliere. Spanish 1, Athena Chance, Caitlin Crowley. Spanish 2, Erica Beatty, Grace Bonacci, Claire Cuddy, Haley Dates, Ruby De Palma, Kayla Ferrigno, Sophia Lopez, Anna Miller, Emily Post. Spanish 3, Daniela Ariola, Aaliyah Binko, Jamelyn Gallagher, Celeste Keys, Kennedy Muller, Arup Selchuk, Vadim Svirdo. Spanish 4, Gianna Gentile, Megan Laubacher, Anthony Winings. And finally, Super Spanish, Janine Davis, Alyssa Libinati, and Marcus Pelosi. Thank you. Please welcome Mr. Joe DiTucci to present for technology and the Presidential Academic Achievement.
Good evening. I will be presenting the Technology Awards for Mr. Vince Valbo, who couldn't be here tonight. For Advanced Placement Computer Science, Jacob Brandt. Civil Engineering and Architecture, Christopher Hoforth. Computing Capstone, Derek Renz. Digital Electronics, Peter Fendikevich. Engineering Design and Development, Madison Zazo. Foundations Design and Drawing for Production, Leo Beaver. Introduction to Advanced Computers, Alyssa Piccirillo. Introduction to Engineering Design, Emma Taylor. Java Programming, Jacob Toe. Manufacturing Systems, Christopher Hammerly. Principles of Engineering, Maya Vocal. Production Systems, Tristan Shapansky. The Rochester Institute of Technology Computing Medal and Scholarship Award goes to Giovanni Fargo. Yep. And the University of Rochester Xerox Award for Innovation and Information Technology goes to Brian Strom. Congratulations. I also have the pleasure to introduce the Presidential Awards for Outstanding Academic Achievement. The purpose of the Presidential Award for Educational Achievement is to recognize students who show outstanding educational growth, improvement, commitment, or intellectual development in their academic subjects. It is meant to encourage and reward students who work hard, give their best effort in school, and demonstrate a commitment to learning. This year's recipients are Hannah Beck, Jacob Brandt, Grace Dorgan, Kiana Fry, Aiden Hetzler, Jacob Hayward, Cody Lester, Angelina Priestley, and Evan Belts. Congratulations, guys. I'd like to call up Amy Gillette, who will do the Presidential Awards for Academic Excellence.
The President's Awards for Outstanding Academic Excellence encourages students to achieve high academic standards by rewarding scholars for their academic efforts and success. To be eligible for this award, graduating seniors must meet the minimum requirements of a grade point average between 3.5 and 4.0, scoring in the 85th percentile or above in math or reading on the SAT, and recommendation by a teacher plus one other staff member. This year's recipients will receive a certificate signed by Donald Trump, President of the United States, Betsy DeVos, U.S. Secretary of Education, and Spencerport High School's principal, Sean McCabe. We are pleased to present the following senior students who have met the criteria for this award. Please hold your applause until all names are called. Sarah Bonfiglio, Sydney Brongo, Natalie Choate, Aaron Kuykendall, Kiernan Crowley, Nicole Dates, Brianna Donnelly, Zachary Edwards, Christopher Ferrari, Ian Gillis, Miranda Hendricks, Justin Hockenberger, Lucas Krolchik, Alyssa Libinati, Owen Mears, Marcus Pelosi, Cameron Sack, Bronson Slattery, Rachel Snyder, Kayla Stein, and Olivia Wall. Congratulations to all students. I also have the pleasure of reading the students that were named Students of the Month for the months October through May. So for October, Olivia Wall. November, Isaac Pierre. December, Clarissa Hayward. January, we had two students, Sophia Moran and Hyen Nguyen. February, Tyler Daniels. March, Ruby De Palma. April, Besti Erdogan. May, Brendan Harder. Congratulations to these students. Mr. McCabe will be back at the podium.
Thank you, Mrs. Gillette. I would now like to ask 4 students from my Principal's Advisory Committee to join me on stage. These students will be announcing the Teachers and Staff Member of the Year. I would ask that Cora Stewart, Zach Edwards, Ian Gillis, and Rachel Snyder to please join me at the podium.
So this year, for Staff Member of the Year, we chose someone who often completes a thankless job every day. He helps clean up spills, keeps the floors looking amazing, and makes sure the building runs smoothly. It is my honor to recognize Mr. Cook as Male Staff Member of the Year.
This is for Female Teacher of the Year. Teachers are often recognized for their ability to convey information in a way that allows students to be successful in a class. This is an important quality for a good teacher, but we sometimes overlook the impact a great teacher can have on a student's ability to thrive in high school. Freshman year can be a difficult time for students. Adjusting to a new environment, forming new friendships, taking challenging classes, and participating in different activities can make life overwhelming. Our Female Teacher of the Year has the unique ability to teach the content of her courses while helping students manage the stresses of their freshman year. Her down-to-earth attitude and friendly approach to teaching creates a relaxed environment that all of our students appreciate. Her profound impact on her students is reflected throughout our years in high school. For me, her passion for biology helped me decide my major of biomedical engineering. Regardless of the path that her former students take, we will always be thankful for the teacher that allowed us to prosper during our freshman year and beyond. I am proud to award Mrs. Swick the Female Teacher of the Year for 2019.
Our Male Teacher of the Year this year has had a profound effect on each and every student that has passed through his classroom. What makes him different is that he teaches something to students far more valuable than just the contents of his class, as he forces each student to reflect on the substance of his or her character. I think I speak for everyone that has had the pleasure of having him as a teacher when I say that we will always remember him and we will always remember to make good choices. It is my honor to share with you all our Male Teacher of the Year, Mr. Gerhardt.
Hi, my name is Cora Stewart. It is my privilege and honor to present this year's Female Staff Member of the Year award. This faculty member has gone above and beyond to bring positive change to Spencerport High School. She has had to go through several levels of Spencerport's board administration to bring Spencerport's new favorite four-legged friend to the high school. For my senior project this year, I conducted a series of surveys and interviews on students and faculty members to see how this animal has helped them. I got an overwhelmingly positive response. It's my privilege to present this year's Female Faculty Member Award to Mrs. Kerway and her therapy dog, Ruby.
It's funny, Ruby is extremely happy to see everybody but me sometimes, but I don't know why, but she's warming up to me. Congratulations to Mr. Cook, Mrs. Swick, Mr. Gerhardt, and Mrs. Kerway and Ruby for all their contributions. I want to thank them, and I can't thank them enough for the contributions they make to our school on a daily basis. So again, thank you to each of them. I would now like to ask Mr. Alan Notowitz and Mr. Alexander Bagley from the Spencerport Lions Club to join me on stage. Over the past 5 years, the Lions Club has sponsored our Student of the Month and Student of the Year award. Every month they come to the high school, presented the winning student a check for $50 to show their appreciation for the hard work and dedication of the winning student. They also invite each student and their family to one of their monthly dinners for the Lions Club. They will now be announcing the Student of the Year award winner.
Thanks, Sean. It's our pleasure again, Alex and I, to be here to honor this year's Student of the Year. Again, we have a certificate of appreciation and a gift of $100. As Sean said, we get a chance to meet these students as Student of the Month all year long, and we're impressed. They're great students, and you as parents, the school district, and the community could be proud of them. I'm sure you are. This year's Student of the Year, we had a pleasure of meeting her early on, and we were very much impressed with her. And with her resume, and I'm sure she is deserving of this award. So Alex, without further ado, will you please present the Student of the Year to the student?
Olivia Wall, would you please come forward?
The tradition of recognizing the top 10 students based on their grade point average was started 10 years ago by my predecessor, Mr. Zinkowicz, who is now our Assistant Superintendent for Instruction. The students that we're about to honor have earned the highest weighted grade point average among the members of their graduating class. This is an impressive accomplishment and one that reflects their hard work and dedication. It gives me great pleasure to announce in alphabetical order the following members of our top 10 and ask that they join me on stage. Sydney Brongo, Natalie Choate, Brianna Donnelly, Ian Gillis, Alyssa Libanati, Rachel Snyder, and Zachary Zaharkin. At this time, I would like to invite this year's salutatorian up to the stage. Would Bronson Slattery please join me on stage? I would now like to invite the valedictorians, plural, for the class of 2019. This year we had co-valedictorians, which to me was pretty awesome. We go out to a 10,000th of a point in terms of the weighted grade point average, and they were tied. And so this year, I'm proud to announce that Zach Edwards and Olivia Wall are our valedictorians. The next award I will be presenting as well It's called the Principal's Award, so that makes sense. This award is where I have the opportunity to recognize a student who has worked hard in the classroom while also contributing to our learning community outside the classroom at Spencerport High School. This truly is never an easy award for me because we simply have so many great kids in this building, and we are also very fortunate as a staff and a faculty to be able to work with them. But the young man I'm about to introduce tonight is one of the hardest working students I have been associated with in my 25 years in education. He is focused, he is driven, he is always pushing himself to achieve his full potential. This is seen not only in the classroom, but on the wrestling mat as well, as part of our wrestling program. Most importantly, he is simply a great role model for his fellow students. He's very well respected by all of our staff and students. He is modest to a fault and is kind and supportive of everyone. He truly, when I say this, it's true, he always has a smile on his face. It is my great pleasure to ask Jacob Hayward to join me on stage. Before welcoming our final speaker for the evening, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge a few groups that were formally recognized in previous ceremonies throughout the school year. So I'm going to ask students, if you're here, if you're part of these organizations, to please stand. Don't be shy. So could those students who were inducted into the National Honor Society this year please stand? We had 118 students inducted this past year. Students are inducted into NHS for their display of leadership, character, service, and scholarship. Congratulations to each of you. Well done. Could those students who received the Urban League Black Scholars Award please stand? We had 6 students inducted this year. These students demonstrated outstanding academic achievement, character, and leadership to earn this award. Congratulations to each of you. Could those individuals who were inducted into the Business Honor Society this year please rise? We had 11 students inducted this past year. Their eligibility is based on their involvement in our business program and also for their display of leadership, character, service, and scholarship. Congratulations to each of you. Could those individuals who are being inducted into the French Honor Society please stand? We have 21 students that will be inducted next week. Their eligibility is based on their academic success in their classes, most importantly, obviously French. Congratulations to each of you. Could those individuals who will be inducted into the Hispanic Honor Society please stand? Again, our induction ceremony is taking place next week for these students. There will be 73 students inducted. Their eligibility is based on their academic success in their classes, again, most notably Spanish. Congratulations to each of you. Could those students receiving the Seal of Biliteracy please stand? We have 38 students who have earned this recognition through their demonstration of fluency in another language. They too will be recognized next week in a separate ceremony. Could I please ask those students that received either an academic letter or bar to rise? These individuals were part of our Commitment to Academic Excellence Week. Earning an academic bar or letter is based on earning enough points by consistently being on the honor roll and high honor roll for 2 to 3 years. We had 159 juniors, so over half the junior class, were recognized by receiving an academic letter, and and 129 seniors were recognized by receiving an academic letter or bar. This is a significant accomplishment, and I would like to again extend my congratulations to each of you. Well done. I'd just like to take an opportunity to quickly and sincerely thank Mrs. Maria Bash and Mrs. Jessica Silsby for organizing and coordinating tonight's ceremony. I would also like to thank all of our teachers and staff who are here tonight to present the various awards. Please join me in thanking them for their efforts in helping us to recognize the achievements of our students. Again, I would like to take the opportunity to thank all of you, the parents and family members and friends in the audience, for the support and assistance that you provide your children so they can excel in the classroom. I recognize and appreciate all that you do to help your children achieve academic success, and I would like to thank you for your efforts in supporting our school and our students. Finally, before our last speaker, I would just like to remind each of you to pick up a souvenir program as you leave tonight. This program contains the names of this evening's award recipients and will be distributed as you exit the auditorium at the conclusion of the ceremony. I would also like to remind students to stop by the West Cafeteria immediately after the ceremony to pick up your various awards. We have staff members stationed in the cafeteria by student last name to be able to give you your certificates and awards. If you are unable to pick up your award tonight, they will be available in Mrs. Silsby's office starting tomorrow. So at this point, we are ready for the final presentation of the night and then our concluding remarks. The final award for this evening and tonight's closing remarks will be presented by our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Dan Milgate. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Milgate.
I'm happy to see Sean, not just a dog. I'm happy to see you. Could I invite Vanessa Watson up to the stage, please? As Vanessa's coming up, our superintendent's award, I actually worked with Mr. McCabe on that, and it's really based on the principles behind our strategic plan, mission, and core values. And we talk about students, and all kind, like you said, all kinds of students have these. But when we got together and we started talking, Vanessa really shined with that. And I'd like to say a few words about her as she comes up. So we had a chance last week at Vanessa, at a dinner to present her with an award in the county, and then tonight again. So it's my pleasure to present this to Vanessa. For those that don't know, Vanessa is going to be attending the University of Tennessee on a combined athletic and academic scholarship next year. Her accomplishments include being selected as all-league and all-county multiple times, captain of indoor and outdoor track the last 2 years of her career here, multiple Monroe County and Section 5 championship honors, and along with that, multiple records in events that she's a part of, plus a New York State champion. So we'd be up here a while if I read all the actual awards that she has. With this, however, when we got to talking about Vanessa, and as I've met Vanessa the last couple of years, an old adage came to mind for me, and that's practice makes perfect. It's not unusual. Actually, she asked what time she had to be here tonight because I think she was running out at the track to get ready for some events coming up. She works hard. She's dedicated. She doesn't reach these goals by accident. And some of those characteristics are exactly what we try to make sure all of our students have when they graduate. She's an incredible role model for her peers and fellow athletes. This past year, her leadership with our Dash to Change Club and her work on the Rock to Change event for over 700 students that showed up at the Rochester Convention Center was incredible. She played an important role in that, and she demonstrated her role as a leader in our school district and a role model for her peers. Vanessa, I'm very proud of all that you have accomplished, and I really look forward to hearing about the many achievements that lie ahead for you as you get over to the University of Tennessee. Congratulations. Are you coming in the picture?
Sure, yeah, sure.
So congratulations once again to all the award recipients. Each of you here tonight were recognized. You have further developed your credentials and portfolios of accomplishments. More importantly, as you navigate your path to your futures, I'd like to share that milestones like this continue to build your confidence as you pursue your interests and your career goals. Great job on Mr. McCabe's already done it. I don't want to go into great detail, but I'm sure on behalf of your parents, the faculty and staff that are here, congratulations, you've done a great job. And of course, a huge amount of gratitude to all of you out there too. We know that you've helped shape these young men and women and everything they become and everything they will be. So thank you very much to everyone put together tonight. It was a great event. Thank you. Safe travels home. Take care.